I think everybody wishes they could hold nose manuals for forever like Shane Oneil. But I think for a lot of us, the fear of sticking your nose and just slamming with all of your weight on your hip kind of keeps you from really getting a good handle on nose manuals. So today I'm going to break down Shane Oneil's nose manual technique and see if an average skater like you or me can learn how to nose manual like Shane Oneil. Let me know what trick and which pro you want me to break down next. Okay, so there are a few keys to Shane Oneil's nose manual technique. First is the foot positioning leading up to the nose manual. Second is the foot positioning while you're actually holding the nose manual. Third is the angle of the back knee. And lastly is the position of Shane Oneil's body over the front truck of the board. So Shane Oneil's foot positioning leading into the nose manual, he has his front foot covering the back two bolts, and then his back foot is really close to the bolts but on the tail. The front foot positioning allows Shane Oneil to slide his front foot up the board and land it on the nose, getting into that nose manual foot positioning that we'll talk about in just a second. And the back foot positioning allows him to get a really quick snap. That way he can ollie and get the front truck dipped down into that nose manual position. Now let's talk about Shane Oneil's foot positioning actually holding the nose manual. This foot positioning is almost the opposite of the first one. Instead of having the back foot behind the back bolts, he has the front foot just in front of the front bolts resting on the nose. And then his back foot, rather than just covering two bolts, it covers all four bolts, but you're pretty much doing the same foot positioning on different sides of the board. This foot positioning gives Shane Oneil the best leverage to sit on top of the front truck and hold the nose manual as long as he wants. The third key is actually what allows Shane Oneil to hold the nose manual, and that's how he bends his back knee. By bending the back knee, it creates space for the back truck to rise up in the air. If both of his legs are straight, the board's just going to stay on the ground, regardless of his foot positioning. But if he gets into the proper foot positioning and then raises that back knee, the back truck is going to follow and he's going to sit into a perfect nose manual. This sounds easy on paper, but this is actually the scariest part of the nose manual because you're afraid that lifting your leg is going to snow plow your nose into the ground and you're just gonna get buckled. So one thing you can do is put wax on the nose, and in case you do end up sticking, it's not gonna stick so abruptly, or maybe you'll be able to push through it. The fourth and final key is Shane Oneil's body position over the board. Shane Oneil puts his right hip pretty much directly over the front wheels, and his head is just slightly forward, somewhere between the front wheels and his front foot. But you can see how this body position allows Shane Oneil to put all of his weight on that front foot and then just elevate that back foot and just sit perfectly in that nose manual for as long as he wants. Now obviously his body does shift around as he's going through the manual, but this is just a home base that you always want to come back to, with that hip over the front wheels and the head just slightly in front of that. That will help you keep all of your weight just like Shane Oneil in that nose manual. So nose manuals are a huge challenge for me. So let's go to the skate park and see if I can learn how to do a nose manual like Shane Oneil and replicate his technique. If you like this video, you need to check out this one where I break down Shane Oneil's kickflip technique. It will help you control your kickflips just like Shane Oneil. Remember to make every single day a Friday. Go grab a t-shirt, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.